Hello, everyone. Welcome to There Be Toys. Now, I did a video recently about the Addams Family toys from Burger King, which I wasn't seeing a lot of US advertising for. There's a lot more from other countries and other areas, but just not in the US. I'd seen a lot about the food in the US. They had it on social media and stuff like that, but I just wasn't seeing much about the toys. So now I'm starting to see videos. People have found them and such and have reviewed them all. I got three, and so I reviewed a few. But in the video, I talked about that there was this Cousin It styling head that I saw that I thought was just hilarious. I can't believe that they had made something like that. I thought it was really, really funny. They had them at Five Below. And so I actually went, there is one pretty close to me, and I was able to find one. Now, interestingly enough, it wasn't the one that they had advertised on their website. There's two versions, and I didn't know that. Now, it's been changed now. They've updated the picture to represent the one that is being sold at Five Below, but the one they had originally showing was probably like $25 or so, and it came with a lot more, and the Cousin It itself was much bigger. So it came with a whole lot more stuff. I guess someone figured it out and they changed it. So I didn't get a screenshot of that, unfortunately, but I have the screenshot now. They've updated it with pictures of Cousin It looking like a complete mess in these pictures. But I saw it and I thought, you know what, this is cool. Like, let me get this. And because there was something else that I saw that I thought was really interesting, because I know bootlegs, if you want to say, exist, of course, but I just hadn't seen these before. At least I think I saw Wednesday, but they have a doll of Morticia. It's Wednesday's mother, or the mother doll, whatever they called it on online. But I thought that was just really interesting, and it was only like $9, $10. I'm like, you know what? I'll take a chance. I'll cross my fingers and I'll see what I get. And so I could review Cousin It and Bootleg Morticia, which sounds like a crazy goth band, honestly. But I got it. It came in. I haven't opened it. Don't know what I'm even to expect. So let's take a look at what we got. First, I am going to start with the Cousin It Styling Head, and it does say his name is Ignatius It. And as I had mentioned, there are a couple of different spellings that were seen on official merchandise. It just says it like IT, but it's supposed to be ITT. And I didn't know about Ignatius. I think he's got different names when I looked it up. So this may not be official. But what I thought was interesting is that this is marketed as from Wednesday, and Cousin It has not appeared in season one, but I believe Cousin It is coming now. He was in the movie, he was in the TV show. I think they said Cousin It is possibly coming in season two. We know we're going to get Grandmama played by Joanna Lumley, which I can't wait for. Patsy from Absolutely Fabulous. I'm so excited about that. But I think Cousin It's coming. So maybe this is a hint. I mean, it's not going to be out till next year, but I just thought it was really funny. And it looks like it will scale with things. So here you go. It's just a simple box, and it does have the Wednesday logo and her little outline. So this is official. This is not some bootleg toy or anything like that. Well, let's open up Cousin It. All right, here we go. There is Cousin It. It's just a hunk of hair. It's just this whole bit of hair. Now he's in there pretty good, so let me cut through all that and get him out of here. All right, so here is Cousin It. This is it. This is, no pun intended. This is the doll. It is just this hair. It took me longer to get this out than I thought it was going to. So the only thing that it really comes with as accessories is that there's this hat, and it's sort of like a comb, I guess, because it has the little ridges on the bottom of it there, and so you can comb the hair with it. Now, I don't know how well that the hat will stay on. I guess there's maybe a way you can you can kind of make it happen. Oh, well, I guess it does. It does kind of work. I just like stuck it in there in the top, and it does work like that. That's kind of funny. um, it also has the glasses, and they are like these spooky, cracked with webs in them, and you can see what they look like there, and you can see through them. So they're little lenses in there. And there is also a stand. I don't know that that is removable or not, so I'm not going to mess with that too much. But there's a clear stand at the bottom. Now, you might all be curious, because I was curious, and I need to know what is underneath. What is underneath all this hair? And it looks like, oh, what a mess! Look at this. This is this is a mess. So there's actually tiny little hands under there. I guess they didn't want to give him actual hands. That would have been fun if they did. And then there is the back. So I guess we know what is the front and what is the back. And then there is just all the rooting that you can see that goes through it. So it's just basically a great big clump of hair. Is it movable? No, that's not jointed. So, all right. So we know that this is now the front. So let me see if I can get this on. I mean, it's a lot of hair to work with. If you see that picture that was on the website, oh, it's a mess. They must have had a time with this. And there you go. That's That's it for it. This is the Cousin It. I mean, I guess you can call this a styling head. I don't. It's just more of a figure of him, and I mean, I think it works. I think I had seen some pictures. There are the Monster High dolls that came out of Morticia and Wednesday, and I think there was one that was just Wednesday, and I think she was a little taller, and then there was the Morticia and Wednesday, and then the Wednesday was a little shorter than that. But this Cousin It in particular does scale with those Monster High dolls pretty well. I think this is just like 8 inches or something like that. I don't have my rule, but I'll put it up what the sizes were because the other one is just a little too big. It wouldn't scale, but this one does scale. And since I have this regular almost 12-inch doll here, we'll take a look and we'll see how well that goes with it. But well, anyway, there you go. There is the Cousin It doll. All right, next we have the Bootleg Morticia, the famous goth band that we all remember. Yes, Bootleg Morticia. This is how it came. I got to cover my address because that's the label right there. It's just this is how it was just placed on my doorstep. I can't believe that. That's ridiculous. It's so embarrassing that it just came like this. And I'm also not that happy because this is actually a nice box. And so this label is now on there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that off. I'm not gonna try, but it annoys me that it's just was like this and just sent like this. It could have gotten really, really damaged. So I don't know if I want to say where it's from or the seller because it's not. It's bootleg. It's not official. But if you look up, oh, I can't remember. I'll put the name. It's like Dark Mom Wednesdays Goth Mom or something like that. Or if you just look up bootleg Morticia, it comes up. You'll find it in searches. And there was only one seller that I saw that had this, and I have not seen this anywhere else. I haven't seen anybody review this, so I think this is a first. But people did have pictures, and they were posting their pictures online. Now it ain't a fancy doll. It's obviously unauthorized. Don't know. I don't even know if this is the right doll. So let's open it and see what we get. Here we go. Let's see what we get. Oh, it is the right one. All right. And it's actually in another box. I'm kind of surprised. I thought it was just going to be open. You know, they've seen the if you've seen the Disney dolls that they do now, they're just kind of loose so that they don't use any plastic. But well, here she is in the box. And I noticed a couple things we'll talk about. Let's the picture of this on the website is really, I mean, the doll in the box picture looks crazy. I mean, it's all like smashed and poor quality and everything. And I noticed on some of the Wednesday ones that on the websites that they don't have the official imaging, like the official pictures. Like Thing is missing, Wednesday's missing. I don't think it says Addams Family, but it obviously says that here, and I've seen other people like have pictures of them, and there are the official pictures on there. You're not really supposed to be using those, but here they are. So let me take a look. I mean, this is the one I ordered. There is the picture of Morticia and Wednesday. That's Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia and Jenna Ortega as Wednesday. So they are here, and they are on the back of the box as well with that familiar stained glass and the Addams Family and Wednesday logo. It just says made in China. Okay. This is how you know things are not official. This is what it says on the box. Live together. Let's live together, happy every day. And it says it on the side too. All right, really. I mean, we're talking really unofficial. And like you look at all this imagery on the side, just like like this doesn't quite go with it. The colors do a little bit because of the stained glass. There's writing. Ooh, and there's a hair. Oh, I hope that's from the doll. Oh, Lord, look at this. I don't know that you can see that. That is the longest hair. It won't stop. Okay, that might be a thread, so I want to be careful. I don't want to pull that. All right, so let me open this. Who knows what might pop out? Who knows? Yeah, right. Here is Bootleg Morticia. She got hands, she got feet. So they did theme it. They themed the inside of the box really well. You know, with those stripes and the stained glass in the back. That looks like, illustration artwork. I'm kind of surprised by that. So there's just a tie here on the back holding her in, and then her legs are in. And there we go. So here is the inside of the box, in case you did want to see it. The feet were in there. There is that. She's got plastic over the head. She's got a band on her hair. And here she is. Oh, I could literally see right through her neck. Just the light being the back. It is very cheap, and I saw people talking about that. It's a very, very cheap, inexpensive doll. Probably a doll you can get at the dollar store. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like her elbows are jointed. I think. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm nervous. I mean, they do move. Her wrists do swivel. The elbows are supposed to move. They're a little tight. So I'll go over that articulation, but they have a cut at the elbow. And I should have got my old man glasses, but I left them. I left them somewhere. So yeah, so her arm does go up. That is how it was in the picture. She's got these like longish sleeves. Now the thing that I thought was interesting was the deco on the side. Now, someone must have just seen the picture and copied based on the reflection. There are these like cutouts on the sides of Morticia's dress, but they are in black and not this silver thing. So this really like sticks out. If these had been in black, it would have been much better. But obviously this is not. This ain't official. Nothing about this is official. But the cut of the dress, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it is cut pretty well. She's got black shoes, and I know I've seen people reviewing Wednesday, and she's got pink. Not only that, so she's got full legs here, Morticia, and they are hollow, the whole thing. Now, I don't know that I've seen that before. So these are just a shell, basically. So the Wednesday doll that I had seen, the legs are just sticks. They're not even full legs. Now, again, that's like dollar store type stuff. Like I've seen that at like dollar stores, but Wednesday's legs are just these sticks, and it looks terrible. It looks so bad. So yeah, it's a little tough to move, I will say. So this is really not $10 doll. This is at best, I would say $3. This is this is as inexpensively made as you can get. Now, what I thought originally from looking at this was that I knew possibly where the bodies were from. And so I have here the Bloody Mary doll that came out from Techie a couple of years ago, and it was available in it was like Halloween City or something. Like when it wasn't Party City, but I think Party City did their own thing, and they were called Halloween City, like Spirit Halloween had. Haven't seen them since that I've seen, and these are the same too. Although I got to tell you, this is a bit better quality, and I got two of them. There's this one, and then there's like this prom queen one, and the articulation's better. It feels a bit more sturdy. And I got these. These are supposed to be Halloween decoration. I got these for, it was like buy one, get one. And it was $6 a piece. So, I mean, I paid less for this and got something fun. Now, the batteries are taken out. I don't have batteries, but you can hang it. There's a little hanger here, and there's a little button that you push on the front, and I have video of it, so I'll put it up here, where it talks and it screams and it makes zombie noises. So I love these. I think this one's Tammy Terror, it's called, and the other one is Bloody Mary. I just think these are hilarious. Anything like this, like that, like goes against the stereotypical doll thing. I just think it's really hilarious. So when I saw them, like, oh, I gotta get. Oh my gosh, the people at the checkout loved it. I'm like, oh yeah, press the button, and they were screaming. They didn't even know that they had it there in the store. But the reason I thought that maybe this was the same body or something was because it has these black heels that are already on there, but it is very different. This one does not have jointed knees, but let me see the well, I'll say this. The heels are the same. So they must get them from something similar. The heels and the legs and the shape are all the same. And now this one obviously has a hollow body because it has the speaking mechanism that's in it. So, and even the head is hollowed out, and the eyes glow blue and everything. So it may be utilizing the same body. Now, this actually came out from an official company. They designed their own thing. This is obviously really, really unofficial. But it's not that bad. If it were just $5, I would say it's pretty good. The face isn't too bad. I don't know. Some of you might know like what that face is. If it's from something else, I mean, I don't recognize it at all. But let's see. Let's see if because she has these things on the side. I don't necessarily want to have to use this stand. I'll say the hair is not rooted too bad. I mean, I've got a little strays just from the way it was laying down. You could probably work with that and just get it looking nice. But there's more hair than I thought. The underside of it, though, the inside is not painted. Sometimes they have the scalp painted the color of the hair, and it's not. So you see, you see right in there. But I mean, honestly, not bad. Not the worst. I'm kind of surprised by it, and I'm surprised that there really isn't any Morticia doll out there. Now there were a lot of older things, like I think the first Morticia doll I happened to come across did come out in the 60s before the TV show even was aired. And so it looked just like the comic. And then I think there were some other figures that came out in the 60s after the show started airing. And I don't know, there's a lot of plush now. The plush are based on the newer animation, and they do have some figures. Now, I was going to get these action figures from Mezco, and I just waited. I'm like, oh, I'll see them in the store. Maybe I'll pick up a few. And then they were impossible. Like they sold out, and I don't see them anywhere. They're very expensive. They go for quite a bit of money when you look on secondhand on eBay and stuff. They're not cheap. So I don't know if they just didn't make a lot, or what, if it was only through pre-order. But I was kind of shocked. I'm like, oh, well, I'll see that everywhere. Never saw it, never got it, and now they're kind of expensive. So those are pretty cool. But what I did forget is that I forgot to show in my last review of the Addams Family toys from Burger King is I do have the Morticia figure that was released in the 90s that went with the cartoon that came out. I was like 93 or 94, 92, something like that. And I really like this, and I got to tell you, these are also very expensive. I was kind of shocked. I think I got this for like $5. This is a couple of years ago. This is at least 10 years ago, probably. And I just waited for it to be really cheap, and it was. And I swear I didn't get this for more than $5. Probably was shipping, $8 to $10. Now they're like $30, $50 if you want to get the whole set and stuff like that. But I forgot to put them side by side just to see how they look. And I'm surprised this one from Burger King is actually quite a bit bigger. Like, she is standing on the base, but not that much. So well, maybe about the same size, but certainly not as thin. The neck, of course, is not. They did a thing with the neck here where it was just the hair. So that would have looked fine on here if they had just done something like that. So you can see the difference. I'll do close-ups of it. But yeah, this was still a cool line. I don't have any of the other ones. I really did want to like work on getting them, and then the prices just kept going up. I'm like, no, I'm not. Forget it. I'm out. I'm not doing that. It's too expensive. There's other things out there like plush. I know they were plush based on the cartoon, which I didn't even know about. Those must be rare or something because I hadn't seen those before. And I don't know. There may be a couple of like little PVC figures, I used to call them, based on the cartoon and things like that. There wasn't too much. The cartoon was very short lived, and it kind of stinks too because they were supposed to have a second wave, which was Cousin Itt, which would have been kind of rooted like this, and Wednesday and Thing. And so those were never released. There's pictures of them, so the prototype is out there somewhere. So I wonder who's got them, who has the full action figure series of the cartoon Addams Family. But this actually works if you have this figure of her from the 90s and you use it with this Burger King toy. I mean, it works. It doesn't look too bad. They actually go together like pretty well. So that may work. And then this Cousin Itt doll scales really, really well with a 12-inch thing. And he might be a little small, so I don't know. The other one, I think was much, much taller. So he's supposed to be a little on the shorter side. But that might be why this works well with the Monster High doll, because that Wednesday was like a little bit shorter. So that may really work. But honestly, if you're just gonna have this and you just want a Cousin Itt there to display, I think it's going to be fine. I think it would work with it. It's really funny. This is all this hair and all this stuff. You could be combing it and styling it for hours to get it perfect. Luckily, mine was not so bad. I saw other boxes of them, and they were like all a mess. The hair was like crazy. I'm like, oh, I better pick one because I ain't messing with the hair all that much. All right, everyone. So there you go. There is Cousin Itt, the styling head, the non-action doll. I don't know what you call it. And then there is Bootleg Morticia, and I was checking the head. The head is kind of tight. I forgot to move that, but it does move, and so the hands. I put them up in like kind of this position, but I'm not mad at it. Not disappointed. I knew what I was getting. I thought, well, look, if the doll comes in one piece, that's going to be a miracle, and it did. It's not so bad. Probably could have been half the price. It may end up going half the price, when there's holiday and sales and stuff like that. So you might want to check it out. If you're looking for something cheap, maybe something to repaint, something to go with a display, a Halloween thing or something like that, I think something like this would work really, really well. So that will do it for now. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.